My friends, welcome to another Red by Red video. I'm Red. Today, I'm going to be reading some r/entitled parents. Let's get going. Stop! My daughter is not cooked yet. This happened a few years ago in a parking lot of a mall I was going to with my mum. Mid-July, nearly 39 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but I'm guessing it's close to 100. When we get out of the car, I saw a movement in the corner of my eyes in the car behind us. I thought it was a dog at first and said to my mum, "What jerk leaves a dog inside a car when it's so hot?" When I looked again, I saw that it was a baby. A 1-year-old girl sitting at the back. I alarmed my mum, but she thought I was kidding. I was messing around telling crappy jokes for the past 30-minute ride, and I was the kind to make some dark humor jokes like that. When she said she didn't believe me, I bolted inside the mall, saw a security guard and informed him with the number plate I'd memorized. He made a call through the speakers saying, "If you're not at your car in 2 minutes, say goodbye to your passenger door." I led him to the car, my mum following us, dumbfounded by this actually being true, and also infuriated. The security guard stopped her from smashing the window right there. And we waited, waved at the girl who seemed conscious through the tinted windows. A man arrived, yelling murder when he saw us. Stop! That's my car! There's my daughter inside!"
"Yes, you moron! There's your daughter inside! Open the doors now!"
The man unlocked the car at the security guard's request and took the baby outside. The car was an oven. She was soaking wet, covered with sweat, and started crying the moment she felt relatively fresh air outside. The security guard guided us inside and gave a cup of room temperature water for the baby to drink. When he got the cup of water in his hands, while the security guard explained to the cashier what was happening, the entitled father had the audacity to drink it first. My mum exploded, screaming at him to give it to his daughter. "You want me to shove that glass up your butt, or are you going to give your daughter a drink? You effing bumhead! I'll break your knees and shove at you in the car until you sweat blood and see how you like it!" He really didn't seem to understand what was happening. He actually tried to go back to his half-full cart when the girl had finished her cup. The security guard stopped him just by putting a hand on his shoulder.
"Stay right there. My colleague will take your baby, okay? There, sit down. We're waiting for the police and for the ambulance to arrive. Stay calm, breathe. Your daughter is okay, but we have to make sure what happened, okay? Okay."
The entitled father, after 2 minutes, says to the cashier who's holding his daughter and constantly giving her water, "Maybe give her another cup of water. It's hot."
"Dude, shut the F up. The police are on the way!"
The security guard shouted at him. The entitled father complied again. And we just left. We were just standing there low-key hoping to see security guard kick the entitled father's butt. And we were totally useless for the most part. So I gave my info to the security guard and we went on our merry way. When we exited the mall, after approximately half an hour, the guy was gone, the daughter was gone, the car was still there, and the security guard waved us goodbye with a big smile. We just assumed everything had gone well. I received a phone call 2 days later from the police, told me and confirmed what happened. And I learned that the entitled father was facing a fine, years of prison, and had already lost custody of his child. It's so lucky. It's so lucky that OP was there. Because what happens when kids are left in the car, they start to have strokes and die from the heat. And it doesn't take very long, especially when it's that hot. Even when it's cold outside, if it's sunny, the car can heat up very, very quickly. And children die every year because they're left in the car. I understand. Sometimes it's an accident. You're out of routine. It seems crazy. I didn't understand until I became a parent. I thought, how can you forget you have a child in the back seat? But it's easy when you break your routine to
lose track of things. And I read one article that's really stuck with me, and what they said was, keep something that you need, something important, in the back with the baby. So whether it's your wallet, your work keys, your phone, whatever it is that you know you're going to need when you stop the car. Because that way you have to look in the back and you'll see the baby and remember it's there. So yeah, like it's really difficult to understand how people can forget their kids in the car. But it's impossible to understand how someone thinks that it's okay to leave a child in a car at all. At all. Whether it's hot or not, you leave a freaking baby in the car. Do you not care if something happens to your child? Might as well just throw them out in the street, you know? I'm scared to let my kids out of my sight when we're outside in case something happens, you know? I know the chance of them getting grabbed is low, but God, why would you? How? No. That guy deserves jail. Here's the next story. Entitled Dad wanted me to watch his truck for $30. I used to work at Walmart. Did it for 11 years. I started as a stockman, I gathered the carts, and were there if anyone needed help loading large items in their cars. Well, one day as I'm in one of the rows of cars gathering up some carts, I have a guy standing by his truck. He looks at me and says to me, "Hey, do you want to make a quick $20? And yes, my mind instantly went to the gutter too when I heard him say that. I said, "What was that?" He then repeated his offer for a quick $20. He then told me that he needed me to stand and watch his truck for him while he goes inside for a moment. I tell him how I can't do that, because if I get cold on the walkie, I have to go inside. He then asked me again. Here's where the entitled parent part comes in. He sighs exasperatedly and says to me, "Fine, then I guess that means I have to take my kid into the store, no thanks to you." He then proceeds to angrily open his door and get his child out of the truck. I'm sorry. This leaving kids in the car thing is that common? If you know someone who does this, shame them. Shame them. Tell them the stories about kids who die in cars. Oh. What the hell is wrong with people? Seriously, what is wrong with people? I hope you enjoyed these r/entitled parents stories. Entitled dads apparently wanting to get their kids killed video. Read by Red. Me, I'm Red. Please give the video a like if you did enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe as well, because I will feel so good when you do. Thanks so much, guys.